Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I recently showed you an eye product, my eye cream that I had finished up. I did like an empties, project pan, haul, update video. And I had a few questions about my, most recent skincare routine lately. Or I've had a few questions about my recent skincare routine lately. And so I thought I would do an updated skincare routine video showing you the products that I currently use and how I use them. The first thing I should tell you is that my skincare products last me forever. And part of that is because I don't wear makeup every day. And I only wash my face, like do a full face washing routine if I'm taking off makeup. I also I do use products every single morning after I shower, but it's not like a full regimen. And the washing portion of my routine, as far as my face goes, I really only do at night. And like I said, that is just when I'm taking my makeup off. Now, the reason that I'm telling you that is because some of the products that I'm using are products that you can't get anymore. And some of them are actually, quite old. They still work just fine, but they are many, many years old. And it's because I don't need very much, and I don't use them all the time, and so they just last me forever. And they work just as well now as they did, so there's no issues with that. But I just wanted to forewarn you that part, because there's going to be a mishmash here of, products that you can get, products that are brand new, products that have been around for a while, and products that you can't get anymore. So I don't want somebody thinking, okay, I'm going to write down every single thing that she uses, and then I'm going to replicate that completely. What you can do is you can take some of the products if they're not, currently available, and you can find something similar, or you can find the kind of updated version or what have you, if you really want to copy what I do exactly. So I will tell you that I am 41 years old, because that might matter, it might not. I don't really have too many issues with fine lines yet. I do, I have, the very beginnings of, little teeny tiny crow's feet, which you really can't even see, and I've had them for a long time. It's not really changed much. I don't have major wrinkles. I don't have particularly oily skin. I have certain times of the year, like when the weather changes, I might, especially when it goes from winter to spring, I have a little bit of time where I'm a little more oily, because my skin just takes a couple days to adjust to the change in the weather and that kind of thing. I do have a lot of skin reactions because of an overactive immune system, so those are the issues that I have on my face, but I don't necessarily treat those with my skincare, so that doesn't really affect what I use. And I also find that I can pretty much use anything, and I will pretty much try. I basically will try any product. So I've tried, I don't have issues with acne really, but I've tried acne products. I've tried products for oil. I've been there, done that. I've used everything. And I also have not really had a problem. When I was young, like as a teenager, I maybe used a couple products that were a little more than I needed at the time, but I don't really have a problem with products being too much for my skin. I just adapt how I use them more than anything. So that's just kind of a general background for you on how I choose products, or what my age is, or what my issues are. I don't know if I look 41. I mean, I have areas here where age is showing. I have little bags where this used to be a little more like this, you know, it's kind of starting to hang. You know, my mouth used to always kind of curl up, and it's, you know, the little corners here are starting to drag down a little. The corners of my eyes actually used to go up a little more, and, you know, they're kind of starting to drag a little. My eyelids up here, it's not so much that they're any more hooded than they ever were before, but I find that they are puffier than they were before when I was younger. So, you know, there's that. You know, I have a little droop from when I was young, but really, all in all, things are holding up. I have sunspots that I suffer from, mostly on this side, and just, you know, some freckling that I had as a kid. That's just sun damage, and that stuff really doesn't go away, no matter whether you use products or not. So once you've kind of done it to yourself, you're pretty much done for, you know, unless you get major laser surgery or that kind of thing. So just the general background. So let's get started on kind of what I actually do. Okay, so if I am washing my makeup off at night, here is what I do. First, I take off my eye makeup, and this is a holy grail product for me. I use the Avon Moisture Effective Eye Makeup Remover Lotion, and what I do is I take a cotton ball. I happen to have cotton balls here. These are an old bag of CVS cotton balls that are 100% pure, but these are kind of tiny ones, so I've been using these lately. If I use a big one, see, these are little ones. If I use a big one, I just use one and I use both sides. If I'm using the small ones, I use two. So what I do is I take the cotton ball, sorry, I have the hiccups. I take the cotton ball, I run it under cool water, and I squeeze all the water out, so it's just damp. I take this, I put like a quarter of a pea-size amount on the cotton ball, and then I just gently rub this, you know, over my eyes. I kind of go like this, work into my eyelashes to get all the mascara off, and, you know, eyeliner, and it takes a few swipes and it's gone. Now, if I'm using a big cotton ball, what I do is I just flip the cotton ball over, get a little bit more on the other side, and I use the other side for the other eye. Because these are smaller, I will use two with these and use, you know, one for each eye. But that's how I do it. This stuff gets everything off. Everybody that I've ever asked to try this and to try to do it the way that I recommend has always switched their cleanser, their makeup remover. Not their cleanser, but the way they remove their makeup. And they have always started to use this for their eyes. You could use this for all over your face. It would work really well. I have never done that because the cleanser that I have works really, really well. But there are a lot of cleansers out there that are horrible for taking makeup off. And if I were, for some reason, using one of those, you better believe I would start with this. And I would put this on all over my face. I would just squirt a little bit onto a washcloth or something and do it that way. But you do need to wet these first. I find it works better if you add a little moisture in. And really, I wouldn't even say that it melts the makeup off. I mean, it literally just comes off. Okay? So that's how I get my eye makeup off. Then what I do is I take a regular old washcloth. And I actually prefer, like, the cheaper the washcloth, the better. Because it is, the fabric is a little bit more coarse or a little bit more rough. And that is excellent for exfoliating your face. You know, you do not need to use something with bits of walnut shells to scratch and scrape your skin up. Just use an actual washcloth and you will find that your face feels baby soft all the time. You don't need to spend, you know, a bunch of money on oh, there's a big hawk flying around. Sorry. Squirrel. You don't need to spend a bunch of money on, you know, fancy brushes or that kind of thing. A nice clean washcloth will work very well. So, what I do is I get a little water in my hands and I just wet my face just a little bit first. You know, I don't drown myself, just add a little moisture. This is a product you can't get anymore, but you can get something similar if you want to. This is the Avon Keep It Clean Multivitamin Cleanser. This thing has lasted me over a decade because I don't even need a pea-sized amount of it, probably half a pea. So I take a little teeny tiny squirt on the tip of my finger and I rub it around and I rub it all over my face. And this breaks up the makeup and literally gets it all off. Then I take the washcloth, I wet it, I wring it out, and I scrub my face with the washcloth to exfoliate. Okay, so I just, move that around. It loosens up all the makeup and it exfoliates my skin. Okay, I rinse the washcloth, I wring it out, I do it again. I flip it over to the clean side, I do it again. And I usually will do that about maybe 2 or 3 times. The third time is really just to make sure I've gotten any makeup or any remaining residue off. And that's it. Okay, so that's the cleansing portion. And then I take this toner, and this is also one you can't get anymore, but this is the Anew Clarifying Essence. This is I just use a toner. A toner really does help to tighten up your pores, and help with oil production. And there's a lot of things. It kills bacteria, so it keeps pimples away if your pimples are really topical. Keeps small skin infections away, I should say. Pimples, I really believe acne is caused from the inside out. I believe it's what you're eating, it's hormones, it's inside out. I really don't think that it is infections. You can have infected hair follicles for men. Men tend to suffer from this, where they get clogged. The pores where their hairs grow out get clogged. They get like little ingrown hairs and that gets infected. But that still is not acne. But this would help with that. So again, I take a cotton ball. I prefer cotton balls over cotton pads. I think they distribute the product better. Cotton pads tend to absorb the product, I feel, and dry out, and they're just not as effective for me as cotton balls. So I take the cotton ball, I put a little bit on, and I basically run this all over my face, down my chin. I do the back of my neck, around the back of my neck. Sometimes I even do up around my ears if I want to. And this just takes off if there's any remaining residue. It gets it off. Now, if I just use this, there's never any remaining residue. A lot of other cleansers, there's a lot of remaining residue, and I would use this a lot. Or even makeup wipes. Makeup wipes can leave some residue. Okay, so I use the toner. Then, now I'm to the point of moisturizing. So, what I will do is, I first put on a lip balm. I always moisturize my lips first. And what I've been using lately, this is an Avon chapstick. This one was like a holiday limited edition one. So this is the Festive Treats Lip Balm, and it's in Sugar Cookie. And during the wintertime especially, I always keep a chapstick in my pocket or in my purse. I always have one on me at all times. And so when I use it up to the point that it's to the plastic, I will put it in the bathroom with a lip brush and actually get all of the rest, use all the rest that way, because there's almost as much inside the tube as there is above the tube. Sometimes there is as much, if not more, depending on a product. So because this one is almost gone, I've been using it with a lip brush. So I just, go in, put a little bit on my lips, and my lips are good to go. Then I do my eye cream next. And so at night, I've been using the Anew Ultimate Multi-Performance Eye System. And so this is a 2-part system. So at night only, you use the cream first, and I just pat in with my finger, and I go up here, and I go around the edge. And I go out just a little bit, because your crow's feet kind of go out this way. This is kind of like a luxurious, kind of a thicker cream. It's not a heavy cream, but it's much nicer than a lot of the products I've used in the past. And then when you're done, at night only, you go back in with the elixir on the top, and you smooth that over. Okay? So that's what I do for the eyes at night. Then a product that I've basically been project panning is this a new clinical deep crease concentrate with Bohylurox. Bohylurox. So this is like for, deep lines and wrinkles, which I don't really have an issue with. But this is a product I just had around for a long time, and, I pulled it out and was like, okay, I need to use that up. So it's like a squirt dropper, so you drop a little bit on and you work it anywhere where you have, deeper lines and wrinkles. So, like right through here, across the forehead, you might do around the eyes. Some people might do, around here if they have like laugh lines or whatever. And so I would do this at night. And then the last product that I use for moisture, and this is one you can't get anymore, this is the Solutions Winter Nourishing Night Cream. So this is just a thick, cream for the winter time. You can't get this one anymore. But, I just use this like any other cream. I get some out, I spread it out kind of all over my face and neck, and I'm good to go. Okay, so that's nighttime. And that's only if I wore makeup. I really don't do that stuff unless I wore makeup. I might, every now and then I do still put some lip balm on if my lips feel a little bit dry. But if I didn't wear makeup that day, I probably am not going to do any of that. In the mornings, though, every morning I do moisturize after my shower because I take a shower every single day. So what I do in the morning is, in the shower, I don't wash my face, really. In the shower, I wet it, like I rinse it with water, but that's it. I don't wash with soap. I do think that a lot of people really aggravate their skin by washing too often. And I think if you're oily and you're washing in the morning and at night, you're causing yourself to be more oily. So I don't wash in the morning, but I do rinse it while I'm in the shower. And then after the shower, I do the lip balm routine again. And sometimes I will do this again because this is for AM and PM, but a lot of times I forget that. What I definitely always do, though, and I would do before that anyway, is the eye cream. In the morning, though, with this, you only use the cream part. You don't use the elixir in the morning. So I just put a little cream on, and then I moisturize. And the moisturizer I've been using in the morning is the Avon Elements Moisture Boost Daily Moisture Cream with sunscreen. It has SPF 15 in it. And so this is kind of like a gel type moisturizer. It is creamy and white, but it feels like a gel cream hybrid, like the two together. It's not completely a gel, but it's not completely a cream. It's kind of a mix of the two. So, I just get a little on the forehead, I put it around my cheeks, down over my nose and chin, and I do put a little bit on my neck, but I actually use my neck and chest cream for my neck mostly. So I use a different product kind of from here down, right, around this way. And so that's what I do every morning, and that's the extent of it. If I am traveling, the morning routine stays the same. The evening routine is different if I'm traveling. I will still use, well, no I won't. What I don't use when I'm traveling is I don't use this most of the time. Every now and then I'll take this with me, but most of the time I don't. I don't use this. I wouldn't use this. I wouldn't use this. And I also would not be using these. And really it's just because I just don't, this is just cutting down what I have to take with me is all. And so to replace all of that, I will use a makeup wipe. And my skin doesn't get as clean. I don't really break out afterwards, but, it's not as good as using all of those products. But I'm pretty picky about the wipes that I use. I do have favorites of those, and I do stick to ones that work better than others. I do not use any wipes that are not recommended for the eyes or that cause your eyes to burn. So just FYI, if it doesn't remove eye makeup, then there's no point in doing it for me in the first place. And in the second place, if it burns your eyes, it's not good for you. So, yeah. I mean, I might still use it on my face, but the whole reason I use wipes is to get my eye makeup off more than anything else. So it has to be good for my eyes. So what I've been using lately is the Avon Elements Refreshing Cleansing Wipes. There's 24 in a pack. And so on those, when I'm traveling in the evening, I would take one of these if I wore makeup, and I would start with getting off the mascara and the eyeliner and the eye makeup, and I would do both my eyes, and then I take whatever's left of the wipe and I clean the rest of my face. Then I would do my lip balm, I would do the evening version of my eye cream, and I would do my evening moisturizer. And then my morning routine would not change because I would not be removing makeup in the morning unless I slept in it, which you shouldn't do. So when I'm traveling, my morning routine is still just to rinse my face in the shower, put on my lip balm, use the morning version of the eye cream, and then use my the moisture boost with the SPF, because SPF in the morning I think is important. I think you should start your day with some protection and then add more protection as your day progresses. So if you're going to be outside, or if you're going to be traveling in a car or walking to and from one building to another. So that's it. That took me longer than I thought it was going to take, but I guess, I don't know. I guess I told you the things I wanted you to know, so that's good. So hopefully this was helpful, or maybe gave you some ideas on ways you could change up your routine, or maybe, hopefully I told you something that you didn't know before, or something you never thought of before, I don't know. If you enjoyed this, then please give it a thumbs up so I know that you liked it and that you would like to see these again in the future if I change my routine in the future. Let me know how you're doing down in the comments below. Let me know what your routine is like, or if there's anything that you do the same as me, then I'd like to know that. Or if there's something you do totally different, let me know what that is as well. And thank you for watching as always, and I hope to see you again next time. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. We like new friends here.